Hey everyone, welcome back. A few days ago, I posted this design on Instagram, and many of you asked how I created this effect. So today, I'll show you the complete process step by step. The best part is that you can use this technique with almost any photo. I'm using Adobe Photoshop, and don't worry if you're a beginner. I'll keep everything simple. Let's get started. First, open Photoshop and import your image. Unlock the background layer and duplicate it twice using Ctrl+J. Now select the top layer and use the Object Selection tool to separate the subject from the background. Hide the bottom layers for a moment so you can clearly see what you're doing. Next, use the Rectangular Marquee tool and select a portion of the image. Press Ctrl+T to transform it. Hold Alt while dragging if you want to stretch it from both sides. Now switch to Warp Transform and start shaping the stretched area. Take your time here and experiment until you get a result you like. Once you're happy with it, apply the transformation. It may take a few seconds to process. Then press Ctrl+D to deselect. Now I'm adding two overlay images that I downloaded from Pinterest. Adjust their position and size so they fit the design properly. Change the blending mode to screen and reduce the opacity slightly. Next, move the flower layer to the top. Now let's add some text to make the design more attractive. I'm using the Emotion Condensed Demo font, but you can use any font you prefer. Try sampling colors from the image so everything looks balanced. Now I'll bring the leaf in front of the text using the Object Selection tool. This creates more depth and helps the text blend naturally into the design. As you can see, the flower looks a little flat, so I'm adding a subtle shadow to give it more dimension. I'm also adding another overlay on top to enhance the overall look. For the final touch, let's create a vignette effect. Draw an ellipse shape, rasterize the layer, and apply a Gaussian blur filter. Then adjust it carefully so the edges become slightly darker without making the entire image too dark. You can also adjust the opacity until you're happy with the result. And that's it. Our design is now complete and ready to export. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials and creative editing tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.